The Lowell Dory, known for rugged reliability and quality of craftsmanship. Gloucester fishermen on the Grand Banks knew that if you had a Lowell dory, you had a good dory, and their lives and livelihood depended upon it. The history of these sturdy craft and the shop that produced them goes back to 1637, and a colony of settlers who crossed the Merrimack River from the town of Newbury. They were attracted by the deep river, the proximity of the ocean, and the plentiful forests. Building, fishing, and maritime trade became central industries of this growing colony, and skilled craftsmen filled the demand for well-constructed wooden ships and small craft. In 1793, Simeon Lowell purchased land at the present site of Lowell's boat shop along the sloping bank of the Merrimack River and moved his existing shipyard down from the Powwow River. This move marked the start of a business that would last over 200 years at this location. Simeon recognized the need for the new craft to use for fishing and transportation that could handle the rough waves often encountered on local beaches. Modifying the structure of traditional English wherries and the riverboats of French-Canadian traders and lumbermen, he created a vessel with high sides and steeply raked ends that could safely navigate the surf. Simeon replaced the traditional narrow keel of a wherry with a wide flat bottom and simplified construction to use fewer frames and planks. This style of boat came to be known as a surf dory, and all later dories and skiffs built at the shop evolved from this design. Simeon Lowell's shipyard carried on as a family business, passing to his son Benjamin and later to his grandson Hiram in 1849. At this time, the fishing schooners out of nearby Gloucester, by then the largest fishing fleet in the nation, began using a new method to catch fish. Rather than fishing from the deck of the schooner, the crew began to set off in a fleet of dories launched from the mothership in order to handline for cod and other fish. In response to this innovation, Hiram Lowell took the original surf dory design and straightened the frames to make a dory with flared hide sides that would maintain stability with a heavy load of fish. Even better, the straight-sided dories could stack easily for transport and upon the deck of a schooner bound for the fishing grounds of the Grand Banks and other deep-sea fishing locations. This style of dory became known as the Banks dory. In 1860, Hiram Lowell erected the present buildings of the boat shop to build dories and skiffs almost exclusively. Using a piecework assembly style, the shop could produce dories quickly to keep up with demand from the Gloucester fleet, as well as other commercial fishing industries to the south and later on the west coast. Hiram's son Fred and grandson Tinky, along with skilled craftsmen in the community, brought the dory business to its peak in the early part of the 20th century, shipping thousands of dories and skiffs to customers around the country every year. In the impressive zenith year of 1911, the business produced 2,029 boats, a fact recorded in a beam on the shop building itself. The Banks dory and the original surf dory continued to be used by local fishermen throughout the years, as well as by the United States Life-Saving Service, the forerunner of the U.S. Coast Guard. During the Victorian period, Lowell's began building the Amesbury rowing skiff for recreational use. These skiffs were widely used at camps, resorts, and other seaside locales visited by rusticators, as well as by clammers and for general harbor use. Later, similar skiffs became the principal boats used by Boy and Girl Scout camps across America. Lowell boats continued to evolve in the 20th century. The motorized Amesbury skiff, essentially a surf dory with a wider transom, was added to the line in the 1940s. These early Amesbury skiffs were powered by small one-cylinder gas engines. The advent of the outboard engine led to a slight redesign of the Amesbury skiff and became a staple for recreational boaters and commercial lobstermen. And this model remains in high demand even today. In 1976, Ralph Lowell, the seventh generation to run the family business, sold the shop to the Odell family, and Jim Odell continued the business of building and restoring wooden boats for rowing, racing, sailing, and power. Lowell's boat shop became a National Historic Landmark in 1990, recognizing its heritage as the oldest continuously operating boat shop in America. Now organized as a working museum, Lowell's Boat Shop continues to build their line of proven designs, refined over generations. Through rowing programs, boat building classes, youth programming, and engaging museum exhibits, Lowell's Boat Shop remains dedicated to craft.